Doing today, what's going on? This video gonna be about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s family. They say no celebrating his birthday without the voting rights bill passed. And my reaction is, will sleepy Joe Biden do what he proposed with the infrastructure? No, he won't. You would think that everything that happened with George Floyd would get some reaction, and it dies down. Everything that's black related always dies down because the momentum doesn't last long. It's kind of like how people look at black culture for entertainment. As long as it's popping in the streets and it's cool and it's happening, we cool. But then when we can go back to our white world and do what we do, oh well. And it came and went. And you see, the voting rights has been on the bill for a long time. I am so tired of people like Joe Biden to Trump to DeSantis in Florida and a lot of these racists, known and undercover bigots, Ted Cruz, a lot of them, they all have used Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s words for their rhetoric. They didn't care two pies in the sky when this man was alive. And they resented him. You see how evil and racist country is because they only have because he was seen as a safe Negro. But he's not so safe when they just use his words, but they don't perform his actions. If a man was about peace and unity and bringing people together and breaking segregation, where is the unity? Why is everybody still saying we shall overcome? And why are they trying to voter suppress? Because it's all about, pardon me, keeping the black vote out of the box, out the mix. They'll bring illegals in and they'll have them vote in New York. But if you're African American born and bred here, they'll find a way to flip your vote. Much like how they do at the box office with movies. When a black movie was successful, somehow the white film got the ticket money. Allegedly, supposedly, but truthfully. So, Dr. King's family said, don't celebrate January 15th, don't acknowledge. And I had no problem with what they're saying because his name has been ran through mud and he's been pimped by some of the worst known bigots. I wouldn't even be surprised if Steve Bannon or David Duke had a Dr. King usage. I mean, Newt Gingrich, I can name a lot of them. Pat Buchanan, all of them have all used him as a jump off. That man who's arguably the most important grassroots person to walk in America that was a non-presidential figure. Let's remember something. You have counties, a freaking holiday. He's more known and revered than some so-called presidents. But you wouldn't know by the lack of respect that he doesn't get for his message. Because the bottom line is, a country too racist to be in unity. And they'd rather keep on lynching and take away from it than to acknowledge them. That's why the critical race theory people are contradictory as all get out. How in the earth, wind, and fire are you going to have a black man as a national holiday and a set form, but yet you don't want to talk about his struggles, his journeys, and what he talked about and what he preached on. But yet you're gonna use we shall overcome and I have a dream, and you'll use it in samples. You see, that's another problem too. Where I'm gonna connect Dr. King to the wickedness and evilness of the music industry. All these busters out here who sample take a bit and a piece of the song, but they can't create the whole song. They can't even co-write the song. But that sample is catchy enough to get them a hit because it makes you feel good. And that's what this country has done. Taking a sample of Dr. King, but didn't tell you the half of the whole of the story. So I don't blame them. Why are you gonna say? And Sleepy Joe Jim Crow Biden ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna sit there and grab a wreath like Trump and stand in front of the statue and tell some more lies with Kamala Harris. They ain't done nothing. Just like Trump ain't done. None of them did nothing. They never honored this man. He's better than all them parts put together. Dr. King is better than Obama. I respect Obama's stint, but you ain't seen nobody do what Dr. King did. I mean, respect to Malcolm, but I'm talking about on the main street what this guy did, and he lost his life. And he said something that they will never adhere to: peace and unity and justice for all. Now that's funny. They ain't never. They don't care about the black vote. They don't care about they care about getting pimping black folks for the money. They don't care about black folks' prosperity, because if you're African American, you are more than a United States citizen. You ain't treated like one. So how you gonna vote in a country that don't care about you? And how you gonna support? They're gonna use this man who's greater than the sums of the parts that they're putting out. Let's remember that. Sleep at Joe Biden, Donald Trump, any of them, and any of them sellout black caucus, all of them. We ain't talked about reparations. We ain't talked about true equality when you go to the bank, driving while black with the police, racist police, shopping while black, being a product citizen of the United States. Ain't none of them lived up to that man's words. And he turned over in his grave 3 times. So please, you didn't do him no justice but a holiday. And you ain't doing him no justice by trying to take away the vote, because you have taken away everything from black folks to this day. And if we still got to say Black Lives Matter in 2022, what have you done in the 50 plus years when he was lynched and killed? And it wasn't by James Earl Jones either. Government hit. Please hit like and subscribe. Welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And they have not done right by Dr. King. So I don't blame the family saying don't vote. Don't. How you going to celebrate him when you have done everything to keep him lynched? You just used him as a sample. Well,